There are crazy positions on the far left.
Whoa! Look at this kid's hair. Wow. That is all up there. Will Witt. Ah, first picture with Tucker Carlson, a white nationalist. Interesting. Looks like they're just some... They don't even have a Wikipedia page. They're just some fucking kid. How old are they? I can't actually tell. They look like every preppy white person. I can't actually tell. But, yeah, we can try. I think this kid looks better with the stubble, the full shave. I'm not really feeling it.
Left and crazy positions on the far right. On the left, there are people who believe a man can get pregnant, that the world is going to end in a decade if we don't cap carbon emissions, that the...
Whoa, do I have to respond to this? God damn it.
That the world...
That a man can get pregnant? Yep! In the United States of America, a transgender person can legally change their gender to that which they identify as, and since some of the people who identify as men have a uterus and a womb, and all of that is perfectly functional, it is in fact entirely possible for a man to get pregnant. QED, that's just the law. Sorry.
The world is going to end in a decade if we...
Nobody says the world is going to end, only that we're going to cross an irrevocable path, or what is it called? Point of no return with regards to climate change and global warming.
We don't cap carbon emissions. That the real purpose of the American Revolution was to preserve slavery.
What? Wait, who says that? Wait, nobody says that. When did Britain outlaw slavery? Yeah, back during the Revolutionary War, slavery was still... Wait, did they say... Wait, oh, the American... Wait, by American Revolution, do they mean the Civil War? They don't? Wait, which do they mean?
That the real purpose of the American Revolution...
No, the American Revolution... Yeah, when you Google the American Revolution, you get the Revolutionary War. They mean the Civil War? I don't know! Okay, well, I guess there are two possible timelines. One in which we're talking about the Revolutionary War, and one of which we're talking about the Civil War. As for the American Revolutionary War, I haven't ever heard anyone claim that it was about preserving slavery. But I guess maybe there could be some niche academic arguments for that being the case. Because Britain didn't outlaw slavery until like 40 years after the American Revolutionary War. But if they mean the Civil War, then... Chat, stop weighing in. I have two groups of people, both of whom are calling me stupid for believing it's either the Civil War or the Revolutionary War. I'm responding to both of them. In the case of the Civil War, I mean, everyone knows it was about slavery. The Confederate States literally had state constitutions, which explained that slavery was the reason they were revolting. Like, it's, yeah.
Was to preserve slavery. On the right, there are people who deny the Holocaust happened.
That is true.
Who believe that whites are inherently superior to other races.
I'm buddy of Tucker Carlson over here. I wonder, how many of these positions do you hold? How extreme are you, Mr. Will Witt?
That no one should pay taxes. But there's an important difference.
There are people on both sides who think no one should pay taxes.
Between these two extremes. The crazies on the right have no voice. They are shunned. They live mostly on the far fringes of the internet.
Notice how the three crazy things that he said for the left were, 1, acknowledging transgender people exist, 2, accepting the scientific consensus on climate change, and 3, some esoteric historical position. And then the three positions they hold on the right are respectively neo-Nazism,
who believe that whites are
white supremacy,
are inherently superior to other races, that no one should pay taxes.
And something that is completely impractical, like in how states work today.
Taxes. But there's an important difference between these two extremes. The crazies on the right have no voice. They are shunned. They live mostly on the far fringes of the internet.
Well, as for Holocaust denial and believing that nobody should have to pay any taxes, that is largely true. They don't have that much of a voice with regards to like powerful institutions in this country. When it comes to white supremacy, though, I mean, nah, that's pretty much bread and butter of the Republican Party, yeah. Or as for the crazy positions on the left, I mean, we're just talking about academic consensus. Like, look at these crazy left people believing things the scientists have all agreed are true.
The crazies on the left have a loud voice. They are celebrated. They live in the halls of Congress, in state legislatures, and in governors' mansions.
That kind of implies that the positions that we hold that this guy believes to be crazy are legitimized. Wouldn't that be an argument in our favor? Like, if the argument is like, the crazy shit they believe are also believed by scientists and people in government. Like, okay, doesn't that kind of mean they're not that crazy? Yeah, this is conspiracy. There's no argument that's been made yet, but we'll see.
In light of this distinction, it might be interesting to ask ourselves this question. Which group, the left or the right, is more radical?
I don't care.
We can arrive at a common sense answer.
What is that? How do you determine that? How do you arrive at that conclusion? Who cares? Back in 1840, which group was more radical? The abolitionists or the slaveholders? Well, for the time, by any reasonable definition, the abolitionists were far more radical. But, I mean, is that bad? This just doesn't mean anything now.
Answer by posing this thought experiment. What would America look like if the left got everything it wanted, and what would America look like?
Oh, God, just imagine. I like how the left America is all blue and white with like the crossed fists, but the right America is just the American flag. We know exactly what the conservative America flag looks like. We all know exactly. Just throw it up, dude, okay? Don't fucking pretend. Don't pretend like if the left got what they wanted, we would just get a blue and white flag, okay? And then fucking throw up the American flag like you fuckers aren't states' rightsing your way back to fucking lynchings.
Like if the right...
Oh, yeah, wait, never mind. I'm sorry. I preempted a little bit that one. Okay.
Got everything it wanted. Let's start with the left. Taxes would go up on individuals and corporations.
Says who? There's a transphobe who wants to debate you in Discord. Be interested? Yes, please get someone to debate. I don't want to do fucking PragerU.
To pay for more social programs.
Cool.
Everything from universal childcare to free college tuition.
Damn, all totally cool. Dude, based, wow.
Many on the left call for income taxes as high as 70%.
On which group? Nah, a little slippery there. On which bracket? On which tax bracket? We have a progressive tax system, my dude, Reno. Do you think they're calling for a 70% income tax on people who make $30,000 a year? Or do you think they're actually calling for it for the ultra wealthy? Did you know that back in the day, there was a 95% income tax rate above a certain level? What was that? What was that? Was that 95? Am I misremembering it? 94% back in 1944 to 1945. A 94% tax rate applied to any income above $200,000, which was $2.4 million in for us today, adjusted for inflation. So yeah, like we're not even. Eisenhower had a 93% tax on people making over $3 million. Nice. Well, hey, guess we're not that radical. Yeah, I know it was nominal, but still, like, that's a much higher rate than 70%.
Private health insurance would be abolished.
Yeah.
The government would provide all healthcare services. Everyone in the medical field, from doctors, nurses, and administrators, would be government employees.
No, this is like supposed to be scary. Like they're making this and they're like, okay, we're truly showcasing how radical and dangerous the left are.
Americans would pay for this government healthcare through much higher taxes.
Right now, we actually pay more for our healthcare relative to its outcomes than any of the countries in Europe that have better healthcare plans. So if we streamline the process, there's an argument to be made that we actually would not need to pay as much as we currently do for universal healthcare.
Illegal immigration would be decriminalized.
True!
It would still be illegal to enter the country without proper documentation, but no one who made it into the U.S. would be prosecuted for doing so.
Great! Wait! They're not even lying about the open border shit. They're actually just describing a better country. What?
Illegal immigrants would also receive free healthcare, free education, and free housing.
Yeah. Well, wait, free housing? Wait, who gets free housing? Wait, the first two were fair. Who suggests free housing in this country for illegal immigration? Now, I'm not saying that's bad, mind you. I'm just saying I haven't seen anyone make that argument. Where's my free housing?
The Green New Deal would be adopted. Hundreds of billions of dollars of subsidies for wind and solar power would be added to the federal budget.
Cool. Nice. Good. Awesome. It'll create millions of new jobs. That's great.
Drilling for fossil fuels, the current source of 80% of our energy, would be sharply curtailed or eliminated altogether.
Yeah. Whoa. Damn. I mean, obviously the fossil fuels will be transitioned out over time. We're not going to like shut it all down one day and the country is without power and we're trying to build the windmills in time to restore power to the broken wasteland that used to be America. It'd be a gradual process, but yeah. Wait, why is it? What am I supposed to argue against here?
So would nuclear power.
I'm fine with nuclear power. Bernie doesn't like it. I'm fine with nuclear power.
As a result, consumers' electric bills would be much higher.
No evidence of that whatsoever. I've seen no evidence of that. None whatsoever. Right now, especially with heavy subsidies, which you just said would happen, I have not seen any evidence that it would lead to electric bills being significantly higher.
Reparations would be paid for the past injustice of slavery. How it would be paid and exactly to whom is not clear.
Wait, you're going to make all... Wait. You're going to make all of these assumptions beforehand, and then this time you're going to play the they have no idea what they're doing card? What are you talking about? It's pretty simple. A means-tested program of federal investment in historically African-American communities alongside probably some grants and like educational provisions, maybe investments in like school districts or like a revital. Like there are a ton of ways this can take place, but like I could list them off like that. It's actually a pretty like easy thing for me to do.
Legally acquiring a gun would become much more difficult.
Okay, well, this isn't my left, but all right, we'll see. Maybe.
College debt would be canceled.
True.
Those who had already
the only good cancellation, baby.
Paid for college would get nothing.
Oh, things were bad before, so we shouldn't be able to make things better for the future? You want to pass a law to ban rape? How do you think all the people who have already been raped will feel about that? They don't get anything. Ugh.
Transgender women.
Here we go.
Biological men who identify as women.
Thanks for clarifying.
Would be allowed to compete against women in sports.
Sure. I mean, for the most part. I should say, since I'm trying to be the reasonable... also, y'all look hot as fuck here. I thought, because this is PragerU, I thought they would just have like little cartoon men with like long hair or something.
Identify as women would be allowed to compete against...
Y'all looking good. I just want to say, like, I was expecting them to do like the stubble thing that the reactionaries always do with trans women.
In sports.
Yeah, look at that hair. Look at that hair. So whoosh. Looking good. Queen. True, Akat.
America's military budget would be slashed by 25 to 50%.
Great. We'll still be the most powerful country in the world. Wait, yeah, good. We'll still be insanely fucking strong.
Speech codes would be enforced throughout American life.
Wait, what? Wait, speech codes tend to be a far right thing, like the cultural colleges in France. What does this mean? What?
And that's just a partial list.
Wait, what does that mean? Wait, what is this?
Speech codes would be enforced throughout American life.
What does this imply? That like the police will come around and like highlight and circle your word? What the fuck does this mean? That's such a weird... They were so specific with all their other arguments. They were like 25 to 50% of the military budget would be slashed. Government workers would be the healthcare employee. And then they're like, Also, the free speech police will be checking your every word. Like, all right.
And
they're talking about being arrested for pronouns. Oh, the thing that's never happened. Oh, okay.
that's just a partial list.
Damn.
Now let's ask what would happen if the right got what it wanted.
Wait. So hold on a second. My Deuterino, this whole video began with you saying the far left wants the things that you just described in America, and the far right wants white supremacy, Holocaust denial, and no taxes. So I know what's going to happen right now. Even though you tried to play the even hand at the beginning, where you said that far-right views are not well represented in government and what have you, you're now going to make it seem like the right is perfectly reasonable, and you're not going to, because if he was being like consistent here, what he would do is say, now here's what the far right wants, and it would be like an ethno-state, you know? But he's not going to do that. It's going to be about white fences and, you know, beautiful America, 2.5 white children.
Income taxes would be cut. Capital gains taxes would be cut. Corporate taxes would be cut.
Wait.
And those cuts would be made permanent.
Okay.
All regulations that make doing business unnecessarily difficult and don't protect public
then how do you pay for everything?
health would be repealed.
Like
The
what?
issue of abortion would be sent back to the states for each state to decide its own abortion
Like 5 states that agree yes, and the rest of the country says no.
rules for itself. Many more charter schools would be opened, and it would become much easier to fire bad teachers.
Wait, where's the Holocaust denial? Charter schools are a terrible idea. Where's the Holocaust denial? You literally preempted. You opened by saying that was what the far right wanted.
In order to vote, citizens would need to present a valid ID.
Even though voter fraud is not a problem in this country, you want to put up a fundamental barrier. You want the state to put up a barrier between the average citizen and our most fundamental right for no good reason.
The border with Mexico would be secured. The only way to enter the United States would be through designated border crossings. In order to qualify for welfare system reforms, not everything it wanted America to be what less freedom. You're not radical if you want America to be what it's always been. Do you?
Wait, this is a really stupid video. Why would you open saying the far right wants
loud voice? They live mostly on the right between these two extremes. Races that no one should pay taxes, inherently superior to other races. That no one should pay taxes.
Notice how they kept the no one should pay taxes thing because they said they would be slashing all the taxes, but then they conveniently ignore the Holocaust denial and the white ethno-state. Wait, why would you open the video like that? Oh my God, if you wanted to do a video where you're making the argument that they're trying to make, you would open by saying, here's the crazy shit the left wants. And then here's the crazy shit the right wants. And the crazy shit the left wants would be like murdering all cis people, you're forced to be gay, and Black Cock Glory Hole Sunday mandated for everyone 12 and older. And then on the right side, they would say, on the right side, here's the radical things conservatives want. We want fairer taxes to secure our traditions and culture and freedom for everyone. And then they would do it. But instead what they did was at the beginning, they preempted the idea that the far right wants like a white ethno-state. And then when they got to the end, they ignored that and I don't know. This is a really weird video. I don't have anything else to say about it, honestly.